Okay, so I'm now going to show you row 5, and in case you missed the little comment at the end of the last video, I'm not showing round 4. It is a simple round of UK double crochet, US single crochet. So if you're here, you will probably have got that completely mastered. So as you know, we're not doing every single round, just perhaps the trickier ones. So what I'm going to show you now are the stems. I don't know if that's the word, the stems or the veins going up the centre of the petals of this lovely block. And it's a really nice technique. Jane uses it fairly regularly. So if you're hoping to make more of her designs or have some patterns to make and you haven't done these yet, it's a good one to learn. So we're going to join the yarn in the same way as we did on the green round here, which is to say I'm going to join it in and keep it loose because I'm going to remove that little extra stitch when I get to the end. Okay, so I'm just joining the yarn in with one chain, and if you're not sure about that, go back and watch that green round. It's just a little tip about how to make sort of fastening off nice and neat. So I've just got my joining in part there, and I'm going to put one double crochet, UK terminology, that's a single crochet US terminology. I'm going to put that in that same place, and I've joined that, into the chain space from the round before. Now I'm going to go ahead and make 8 chain. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, and that is obviously, you can see that is it's going to be the stem part of the petal, but it's very flimsy, and we're also all the way up here and we need to be back down here, don't we, to sort of work around our circle. And so to kind of deal with both of those things, we're going to, just as if we were starting a sort of blanket project or something that we're working in rows, we're going to start working back along the chain that we've just made. So I've just pulled that last one quite tight. Let me just loosen that a little bit. Sorry. Don't make this too tight because you have got to go and work back into it. So there's a little lesson there. So I'm going to ignore the first chain or the last chain I made, the one that's closest to the hook. And I'm going to make one double crochet, UK terminology, or single crochet, US terminology. I'm going to make one of those in each of those chains. So that's going to give me 7 stitches. Okay. So where I'm going to position my hook, if you can see at the underneath of each chain, this sort of little cup at the bottom is actually the right hand leg of the chain, but when you're holding it horizontally, it's the underneath part. I'm going to make sure my hook goes over the top of that, but under everything else. And when I go through, that means there's 2 strands of yarn sitting across the top of my hook. And that is what I'm going to do on each and every one to keep it nice and uniform all the way down. So that's number 1. Number 2, that's all I'm going to do for 7 stitches. This is number 3 and number 4. Okay, that's number 6, and here we go with the last one, number 7. All right, and to finish off this little this first one, I'm going to put a double crochet, UK terminology, back into the same chain space where we started off. Okay, in it goes. Now let's just stop there, and I'll take my hook out. My yarn has got beautifully caught up, but what you will see is we have created a long and more robust stem, and it's given me stitches I can work into on this side of it, and on this side I've got that loop left that I can work into. So that's the center point or the center stem of those petals, and that is how we're going to make them all the way around. So to get across to the next one, nice and simple, 4 chain, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and I'm going to miss out this pair of stitches, this chain and this pair of stitches, and I'm going to go into the next chain space here, and I'm just going to repeat what we've just done, and that is all we're going to do all the way around. That's how you're going to make those little stems. I want to make one more because then I'm going to have a little chat with you about how curly they are. You're not to worry about that because they will as you add structure, they sort of strengthen and they uncurl. So in I go again, making my double crochets into the chain, working back down towards the center. It's a little bit, I wouldn't say fiddly. You know what it's like working into a chain. It's never the easiest, is it? It's always the trickiest part of the crochet, but it is really worth it. Okay, and there's another one. And I'm going to anchor that again by putting one double crochet just at the base. So if I just stop there and if I just put that on the desk and do nothing to it, you're going to see how curled that is, and that is completely fine. Please do not worry about that. You don't need to do any blocking or anything at all at this stage. It's not going to lay nice and flat. It is going to curl by the very nature of what you've just done, but as I said, as you add more stitches to it and add more structure, that will unfurl quite nicely, and at the end we'll block our motifs anyway. So I'm going to go all the way around and finish and just remind you what to do with that little bit of yarn when we get to the end, so bear with me. Right, okay, I'm now at the beginning. I've done my last 4 chain and I'm back to the beginning, and where I'm going to join is into the top of that first double crochet that I made, so that's in there. But what I'm going to show you is, in case you haven't seen this little tip before, this little bit of yarn here, this comes from the section or the chain where we joined in this new colour, and this bit of yarn here is not necessary. We can lose that and it will make that join a little less bulky, and it will make it look like all the others, so that it sort of had the illusion of an extra stitch in there which we didn't need. So I've pulled that little bit of loose yarn out to the back, and I'm going to go ahead and slip stitch to join in the normal way. Okay, so that's just another little way to keep things looking nice and neat. So doing that little join again, snipping the yarn and pulling the yarn all the way through the stitch, hook from back to front through the same stitch where I've just done the slip stitch, and pulling that yarn end through to the back. So there you go. If you look at that, it's nice and neat. It doesn't look like we've got an extra stitch there or anything, which you know, it can look like that when you join in, just a bit more in line with all the other little anchor stitches. So as I mentioned to you, let's put that down, and it looks like a lovely sort of sea anemone. I told you I couldn't say it. One of those things, or like a little, I don't know, coral or something. But what it is very, very wiggly and wobbly, and please don't worry at all, perfectly okay if it looks like that. All right, so that was at the end of round 5, and we will go in now with round 6 and make some petals, make this nice little bits here to turn them into actual petals.